Nunnington Hall, an historic country house in North Yorkshire, England, is renowned for its picturesque setting along the River Rye. Managed by the National Trust, this stately home blends architectural charm, rich interiors and centuries of history, making it a captivating destination for visitors. The site has been occupied since medieval times, though the current structure primarily dates to the 16th and 17th centuries. A stone bridge over the river separates the grounds of the house from the village, and its name likely originates from a nunnery that predated the Norman Conquest and was dissolved around 1200. In the medieval era, the land was owned by St Mary's Abbey in York. The house's earliest surviving sections, now part of the west front, were built by William Parr, the first Marquess of Northampton and brother of Queen Catherine Parr. After his estate was forfeited in 1553 for his role in attempting to place Lady Jane Grey on the throne, his property was leased to tenants. One notable tenant was Dr. Robert Huicke, a physician to both Catherine Parr and Elizabeth I, though he never resided at Nunnington. The estate was managed by stewards, with the Norcliffe family starting in 1583, making significant alterations over the next 6 decades. Ownership of the manor changed hands multiple times, and by 1655 Ranald Graham acquired it, succeeded by his nephew Sir Richard Graham, Viscount Preston. The estate faced confiscation in 1689 due to Viscount Preston's involvement in attempting to support James II, but it was later restored after his pardon. Following the third Viscount Preston's death in 1739, the property passed to relatives, eventually becoming part of the Norman Conquest Graham family. In 1839, it was purchased by William Rutson for a little over £152,000. His family used the property as a sporting lodge and used Newby Whisk Hall in Northallerton as their main home. In 1920, the hall was inherited by Margaret Rutson, who along with her husband undertook extensive renovations in the 1920s under architect Walter Briley. Margaret bequeathed Nunnington Hall, its gardens and a £25,000 property maintenance fund, about £900,000 at 2024 prices, to the National Trust in 1952. Nunnington Hall reflects evolving tastes across generations. Its stone facade and mullioned windows convey understated Tudor elegance, while the interiors feature period furnishings, tapestries and historic furniture. Set within 8 acres of organically managed grounds, the hall boasts formal walled gardens, an organic vegetable garden, orchards and seasonal flowers. These gardens, along with the abundant wildlife that live amongst the meandering river, enhance the hall's serene rural setting. Notable among its treasures is the Carlisle collection of detailed miniature rooms. Throughout the year, Nunnington Hall hosts a variety of events, including art exhibitions, family activities, and seasonal celebrations. On the day of my visit, the sealed knot had been invited to populate this historic building in order to illustrate what life would have been like there in the 17th century, providing a glimpse of everyday life in those days gone by. Nunnington Hall is steeped in history, and like many historic homes, it has a share of ghostly lore that intrigues visitors and adds an air of mystery to its stately halls.
I would say it does go in a circle every time. It's a girl. It's a girl, guys.
Among the most famous tales is that of the Grey Lady, a spectral figure said to wander the halls and grounds of the estate. Legend suggests that the Grey Lady might be the spirit of a former servant or a family member who met a tragic end. She is often associated with feelings of melancholy or sadness, and some visitors and staff have reported glimpses of her in the shadows or hearing faint, inexplicable sounds like footsteps in empty rooms or the rustling of skirts. The hall stands as a captivating blend of history, beauty, and intrigue, inviting visitors to step back in time while exploring its storied past, enchanting gardens, and perhaps even a lingering whisper of its ghostly legends.
Thank you.
I'd like to see his man with a weapon.